Hey, everybody. This is Mother Theresa coming to you from Caldwell Manor. I am doing a little bit of work, and I thought I would just turn on the camera. Not sure how much of this I will use, but my husband walked in a few minutes ago and he said, "Are you recording something?" I said, "Not right now." I said, "Do I need to be recording something?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead and record something." And so, here's to you, honey. You know, as I am doing the work that I'm doing, I'm actually in the middle of writing a journal. And I've been working on it for quite some time. And you know how it is when you have lots of thoughts in your head and you're trying to get it all together on paper, because it's not going to do any good if you just keep it in your head. You got to get it out there, if that's your goal. Get it out there and share it with other people, and hopefully it will be just as much of a blessing to other people as it been for, or to me, as I am writing this and thinking about the words that is in the journal for each day. And matter of fact, as I have been writing this, I will stop and actually read the prompt for the day. So actually, let me just tell you, right now I'm up to about 30 chapters. And each chapter has 3 different prompts that you can do for 3 days in that week. And so I've been stopping and reading the prompts again and answering the prompts. So if I'm kind of looking all around, I'm just kind of trying to make sure where I need to be looking so it looks as natural as possible. But some of the prompts, of course, you know, it's definitely made to make you think about what is what I want you to think about. But sometimes it just takes me in a place where I just feel like I need to stop and answer this question. I need to do the reflection myself. And so I do that. And in doing the reflection or answering the prompts, it just makes me very thankful. It makes me very thankful for some of the decisions that I've made in my life. And then also it makes me reflect on how some of the decisions that I made that I wish that I would have maybe put a little bit more thoughts into those decisions before I made them. Not sure how my life would have been different, or if it would have been yay or nay, or how my children's life would have been different, my family in general, my husband's life. But I also understand that everything that we do is God ordained. I believe that the decisions that we make in life is basically the decision that we're making for that moment is the best decision that we, based upon all the input and all of the facts that you have. Typically, we try to make the best decisions in our life for that particular time, if that makes sense. Maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. But I'm so very thankful. I'm so very thankful for the decisions that I've made in my life. Hey, Will. So my son just walked in, and so I am recording right now. I think he's going to come over and say hello to everybody. This is my one and only son, Mr. Will. I am.
Just recording.
Get on in here, Will. I'm just recording for recording's sake. Hey, this is my son, my one and only son. This is Mr. Will. I am.
What's good, y'all? This is fun.
He's my heartache and sometimes my heartbreak.
This is fun.
It's just I'm just recording to be recording.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll probably show up on one of my social media sites. It'll show up on something somewhere. It'll show up. It'll show up somewhere. So.
Redlands in daytime. He wants to go play basketball. So.
Okay.
I'm about to go show these young bucks how to do it.
Go show the young bucks how to do it. Now, he talking about young bucks. My son is all but 19 years old. 19 years young. Shall I put it like that? But anyway, going back to what I was saying, basically a lot of times, we make the best decisions with what we have, the information and the facts that we have at that present moment. And then we can go back and we can reflect, and we can go back and we can rethink, and we can go back and we can ponder if that was the best decision that we should have made at that particular time. However, I will say is that when we are pondering our decisions, just know that if you feel like you made a bad choice or the wrong choice, I often say that during our day, this is when I'm doing some of my Monday morning motivations, and I say if your day starts off kind of rocky, just reset it. Just reset it. No big deal. Just reset it. And so sometimes the decisions that we make in life, the song said, nobody greater than God. Nobody greater than God. Hallelujah. Because basically, I done lost my train of thought. When I start thinking about the goodness of God, when I'm thinking about that there is nobody greater than God, it lets me know that what I was saying is about resetting some things, and also knowing that God is an intentional God, that even when we make mistakes, or if we feel like we make mistakes, we can always go back and try to do better. We may not can undo some of those things that we've done, but we can always undo. We can always go back, and we can not necessarily undo, but we can always go back and try to make some amends or make some corrections or try to do things better. That's a better way of saying it. So you will have a different outcome if that situation comes back up again. So again, just looking at some of the things that I'm doing right now, I am so excited about the fact that in just a day or two, hopefully I will be able to launch my a Facebook Live, a chat that I have been thinking about or wanting to do for quite some time. And, grandstanding. About a year ago, I came up with the thought that I wanted to create a space for grandparents to share about the great things that's happening with their children and their grandchildren. And so what I came up with is grandstanding. I talked to my family about it, talked to my grandchildren about it, and TJ, my grandson, I say the musical genius in the family, he came up with a little jingle for me. He also came up with a jingle for Monday morning motivation with it's a great day. And so hopefully I'll be able to get all that music together and get everything put together. One thing about it, I will just say, I am doing this as it comes to me. I am by no means an expert on life or anything in life. I just know that God has given me some experiences, and hopefully those experiences that I have been given is experiences that will be a help to somebody else. I'm a firm believer that our experiences that we have is not necessarily just for us and for us alone, but it is for other people. And so when other people are experiencing certain things, then guess what? You've also experienced those things. So you also have a testimony to tell how that thing worked itself out for the good or for the bad. But you have lived experiences. And so you can definitely share some of your lived experiences, and hopefully it will benefit someone else. And maybe, they can get something out of it. Maybe they don't have to go down that same path that you went down, because you're able to share your testimony with them. And so having said all of that, I want to, or I will start doing Grandstanding with Mother Theresa on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. And I want people to join in and feel like this is a space of a safe space to join in and to, to reflect on life, reflect on things that's happening in your day, reflect on, the past experiences, the future things that's upcoming in your life. Just a place to just grandstand. And when I say grandstand, let's talk about the grand things in your life. And I can tell you that sometimes when we're thinking about things being grand, it may not seem like it's grand to us, but it may be grand to somebody else. And our grand things may be something as simple as I was able to get up this morning. I was able to get out of my house and make it to work. Or I was able to get up this morning, period. That's a grand thing, because not everybody is able to get up. And when I say get up, wake up. And then another thing is I was able to get up out of my bed on my own strength, of course, with the strength of God. Bye, Will. Okay, love you too. Have a good time. You didn't need the help of someone else. You didn't need someone coming to assist you to get out of the bed. You didn't need someone to come and assist you to, get your clothes on and get your breakfast made and all those things. And I say that with, I say that because I think of my mom. And right now, my mom has to have those supports. And not that she wanted to have those supports, but it's something called an aneurysm that will change your entire life. And my mom is a survivor of not one aneurysm, but two. And this is not where this was supposed to go today. But anyway, I'm so very thankful for my mom, and I'm thankful for the support that she has. These people are amazing that come in and help to make sure that my mom is okay. Not only are these people people that are from different agencies, but also my family that is in my hometown of Nacogdoches. And that's my sisters and my nieces who have been there since day one to make sure that my mom is okay, that our mom is okay. She's not just my mom. She's not, she doesn't just belong to me, but she belongs to the entire family. And so my sisters that are there in Nacogdoches, Grace, Carolyn, Keisha, and my other sister, Cynthia, who have been there since day one. And making sure that my mom is okay. And then, of course, my nieces, Sequoia and Miracle and Aaliyah, who have been there. And even when my nephew was in town, Tychorius, I pause when I say Tychorius. Tychorius is my nephew, and I love all of my nieces and nephews. Great nieces and nephews. Tychorius sometimes reminds me a lot of my grandson, Chase. Definitely love all of you all, but I want to make sure that, and I want to make sure that I say that. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about is the chapter that I'm working on right now actually is chapter 28, dealing with stress. And maybe this is why I kind of veered off a little bit, because let me tell y'all something. When life is lifing, it can be very stressful. When life is lifing, you can think that you have it all going on, think that you've got everything together. And some of us and some of you may do a better job than others of keeping it all together. And I will say that, first of all, God has been good to me. God has been better to me than I could have ever imagined, to me and my family, that I could have ever imagined. I am a product of the projects. That's a poem I wrote years ago, product of the projects. My husband and I are product of the projects. Oak Hill Plaza, to be exact. Burgess Hill. Anyway, so when you think you're dealing with stress in a great way, you can mask a lot of different things, and you think that you have it all together, but sometimes you don't. And because sometimes you don't, different things will, or sometimes when you feel like you have it all together and you walk out of the house, and like I said, you are able to get up and you're able to get out and you're able to do those things those daily things. And sometimes you feel like you're just kind of going through and you've got it all together. And I can say that I go back to what I said earlier. God has tremendously blessed me, and I tend to not let things bother me. I try to be the person who holds it together, the person who is the encourager to others, to have that, those kind words. That's my prayer, by the way, is that I pray that God blesses me to be a blessing to others in my speech, in my demeanor, in everything that I do, that I want to be the encourager that I know that I was born to be, and that I show kindness. My desire has always been is to represent Christ well. And I know that if I represent Christ well, I've got to take on the attributes of Christ. And so when I know that that is showing kindness to people, that is showing the concern for people and for what people are going through. And so I do that because I feel like that's what I'm called to do, but also because that's what I enjoy doing. And so in doing that, I know that I've got to maintain a sense of making sure that I'm together, making sure that my cup is full. And sometimes when my cup is not full, I know what to do to step back and to refill my cup, so that then I can then pour into others. But as we are pouring into others, sometimes our body will say, you need to stop. You need to stop. And that's basically what happened, to me about almost a year ago. My body said, you need to stop. And of course, I'll get on that and talk about that. That's a whole nother chat, conversation, or whatever. But when I'm dealing with stress, and like I said, this is my chapter 28, and I'm just going to share with you all the day number 82. It says, reflect on a stress relief method that you find most effective. The next day, it says, share your perspective on managing stress and finding balance. And then the third day of reflection is, what can you do today to reduce stress and promote relaxation? And for those of you all that follow me on my Monday motivation, I'm always talking about, having a great day. That's my thing. It's going to be a great day. That's the way I start off all of my Monday morning motivations, with a little jingle that Chase and I came up with, is that it's going to be a great day. Yes, I do believe it's going to be a great day. And I believe that we have it within us to make it a great day. Even when things come your way and it doesn't seem like it is a great day. I have pretty much stopped typing, because I found I was just making some mistakes. So I said, let me just stop the typing and just kind of, conversate. But when you are being intentional about dealing with this stress and making sure that you're having a great day, there are certain things that you definitely need to make sure that you have put in place for you. And so those things that you put in place is making sure you know who you are, making sure you know who and what you are called to be in this life. I believe that we all have a purpose. Of course, our purpose is we were created to praise and to worship and to honor God. And beyond that, he gives us some additional things that he calls us to do or to be. And one of the things, like I said, is I know that I'm called to encourage others. I'm called to be kind. I'm called to be a servant of God, a servant to other people. And I try my very best to do just that. And so going back to what I was saying, is that part of my grandstanding with Mother Theresa is going to give us an opportunity to share those things and to talk about the different things that that we want to talk about. I have been very intentional in what I have tried to do and what I'm trying to do right now. And I feel like the social media platform will give me an opportunity to share a little bit more of what's in my heart. And I would just say, come on and let's take this ride together. Hopefully you will find some things that will be of an inspiration and encouragement to you. And you tell somebody else, and they'll tell somebody else, and they'll tell somebody else, and it'll just keep going. It'll just keep going. So it is Sunday afternoon, and it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon in my city, and I am thankful to be where I am right now. It is a good day. I would much rather be sitting outside soaking up some of the sunlight, and I will get out there in just a few minutes. But while I'm working, I thought I would just kind of jump on here. And I didn't do a live because guess what? I am still practicing. I am still trying to get to the point where I can just push the button and go live and not really worry about, too much of other things, how many people are on here, because that may kind of make you a little bit like, oh, okay, there's only one person on here that's listening, or there's only two people on here that's listening. But regardless of if it's one or two, I am going to do what I have to do. And so, again, my intention is to grandstand and allow you all to grandstand. My intention also is to pull the audience in, or the people that are participating, by making sure that if you participate, then guess what? I have some gifts and some things that I would like to send to you. And so that's going to be part of what I want to do. And hey, and if anybody is listening to this, and if you want to join me on Grandstanding with Mother Theresa, just inbox me and let me know, what that you want to join me. Also, sponsors, or when I say sponsors, I said gifts, right? Giveaways. Guess what? We have some really great up and coming entrepreneurs who have created different things. They have different platforms, and they are trying to get the message out about their products. And so what I know that I will be doing is sharing some of those young up and coming entrepreneurs who are trying to get their name and their products out. So I'll be sharing some of those things, some of their products with you as giveaways. And so, and of course, one of the ones that I'm thinking about, I have two daughters, and both of them have up and coming businesses. And so great products, great products. Stick around so you'll know what they have to share. And then also some people from my hometown, some of my siblings who are also entrepreneurs, and just family, friends, different people who have things that I think the world needs to know about them and experience those things. So we're going to make sure that you are able to get some of those things in your hands. And when I finish with this journal, of course, my desire is to get it to the masses. And we know where do we shop? When people want to shop and they want to find something, typically you go to Amazon. So I'm working on that, and hopefully that you will be able to find it. I can tell you the working title, or maybe I'll keep it a secret. You're going to have to join back in with me and find out the working title. But it's going to be something for I'm coming from a mother's standpoint, but for the mothers out there, or for if you're not a mom yet, you may be a great surrogate mom who doesn't have any biological children, but you have been a mom standing in the gap for other young people. And when I say that, I immediately think of Sister Long, that was a member of our church years ago, Sister Marjorie Long, who Sister Long did not have any biological children, but some of the kids that Sister Long had taken up under her wing, you couldn't tell the difference. And I'm grateful that my two daughters were two of those kids that she had taken under her wing. God blessed her soul. And so I am just rambling at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. But again, you all, when people come on social media and they have lots of things that they think that they want to say, you all listen to them, because sometimes it is very therapeutic just to be able to talk and share things that are that's in your heart. And I guarantee you somebody is listening. It may not be a grand audience or a great audience, but somebody is always listening. And my daughters and I, we kind of laugh about the different things that we are trying to work on. And we just kind of laugh and we say, when you're on social media, you got to be careful about making sure that you have, your hair is together and different things. And okay, my hair is just my hair. I've been natural for quite some time, and so my hair is what it is. But we talk about, all of this stuff, like you can see all of this stuff that's around me. That is a bull up there. That's a shafar that's up there. That was a gift to my husband several years ago. And he would take that to church and he would blow that thing almost like a trumpet. So you see lots of different things. You know, you see airplanes up there. You even see some dirt in some containers up there. And that is dirt from when we built our house in Appleby several years ago. So that came from the ground, the acreage that we built our house on. Some airplanes, some different things. You see part of my family. You see the letter C for Caldwell. So you see all these different things. And if you also, there's my husband's book, Abductions, Nacogdoches. My husband is a published author. So that's his book back there. And you see some other things. So our family information for our business, Caldwell Family Heritage. My husband is a master's level police officer. So you see, oh, and you see my drawing up there. I point out all of those things that you see behind me because my daughters and I were talking, and we were just saying, you know, when you're on social media, people are looking all at everything around you. And so we talked about just making sure that your background is okay and different things like that. Today, I didn't even think about any of that. I just kind of jumped on here, and after my husband said, "What are you doing in here? Are you recording or whatever?" And I said, "No," but we talked about just making sure that all those things are together. But guess what, you all? It is what it is. This is who Mother Theresa is. All of this stuff, and so it's like you take it or leave it. So if you want to stop the camera and zoom in at a certain things and say, "Oh, what's on her bookshelf?" It's a lot of things on my bookshelf, and you can only see a portion of it, but lots of different things on my bookshelf. Lots of great reads, books that I've read in the past, books that my children have read, I've read to my children. So it's a lot of stuff, and stuff in our lives. That's another topic also that I'll talk about one day. It's just the stuff in our lives. You know, sometimes we can have so much stuff in our lives that we need to purge sometimes, and sometimes the stuff in our lives that we have accumulated over the years is not serving a purpose anymore. So when I talk about purging, and it's getting rid of some of the stuff, and sometimes we need to get rid of the stuff so God can bring other things into our lives. And speaking of the stuff, one of the things that I do realize is that I will go into a store and I will purchase things with great intentions of using those things, or either giving those things away or doing whatever. And sometimes I will, especially like when I'm starting to shop for Christmas, I may buy lots of different things and put it into my little treasure kit, my treasure box. And sometimes I forget I even have that stuff. Matter of fact, I had lost a box of Christmas gifts that I know I purchased about probably 3 or 4 years ago. And I remember getting home to Nacogdoches, and I was telling my mom and the people there, I said, I'm missing a box of Christmas gifts. And because I would shop all throughout the course of the year. And I said, I'm missing a box of Christmas gifts. And I was just like, where's the box? Where is the box? And let me tell you, I found that box of Christmas gifts a couple of months ago, full of gifts, just full of gifts. And so, and I went through the gifts, and I was like, I knew I was missing a box of gifts, and I found those gifts. And I say all that to say this: sometimes we can have so much stuff that we forget about the stuff that we have. And also, while that stuff is sitting in our closet, sitting in our garage, sitting in our wherever you keep your stuff, it could be a blessing to somebody else. Sometimes the stuff that we're just sitting on, the stuff that still have price tags on, get rid of that stuff. Give it to someone who can use it, and because it's not serving any purpose of anybody or anything if it's just sitting in the box. So again, like I said, just kind of went off on another tangent. But, and oh yeah, my family, you're going to be getting some little bitty extra things this Christmas because I found my lost gifts. So, so anyway, you all have a great day. It has been such an amazing time just to stop and to chat and giving me a little bit of opportunity to kind of share my heart and I just share who I am. Again, I am Mother Theresa. I say the other Mother Theresa from East Texas, the oldest town in Texas. And it's been great just spending a little bit of your Sunday afternoon with you. If you like what you hear, please join us. Join me on starting this upcoming Tuesday. Let me see. Which will be October the 10th at 7 o'clock. My plan is to be on Facebook, Facebook and also YouTube, going live with our first segment of Grandstanding with Mother Theresa. I just wish that everyone would join in and see what it's about. It may be for you, it may not be for you, and that's okay. Again, everything that I see on social media, I don't stop and watch it. I just go right past it, because if it's not for me, it's not for me. So there's no sense in me watching it. So I just keep it moving. But if you're looking for some wholesome, good, clean, and I'm not even going to say motherly advice, but just some good, wholesome 30 to 40 minutes of conversations about life in general, then this is the place that I want you to tune into. And not only do I want you to tune in, but I want you, again, to share. I want you to go ahead and go on to my YouTube channel. I've had this channel since 2017, and I forgot I even have it. So I am in the process of uploading some things there. And again, I am trying to get all this learn a lot about this social media stuff and this content and sharing different things. And I tell you, when you have a mind to do something, it may take a little bit of time. And I got tickled the other day because I was like, okay, yes, I am older. I will be celebrating my 60th anniversary in a couple of months. Not 60th anniversary, my 60th birthday in a couple of months. And so a lot of this social media stuff, I depend on my children and my grandchildren to kind of help me out sometime. But I think I know just enough to do the things that I need to do. And what I don't know, guess what? They'll help me out. So again, this is Mother Theresa and the other Mother Theresa again. And thank you all for listening to me. I hope you've enjoyed my rambling, but I need to get back to work. I need to finish this journal. That was my goal, was to finish it this weekend. And so I'm almost done. And hopefully you all will be able to get you a copy of it. Stay tuned. And let's just see what's going to happen in the next couple of days. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.